Hello and welcome to the first ever top 10 video on my channel. Over the past month, I've had you guys submit your best block clutches to my Discord server. I have looked through all of them and compiled a list of the top 10, so let's get into it. We also have two honorable mentions. The first goes to a droid kid, who has lots of amazing clutches, but they are on Java Edition, so couldn't be ranked in this contest. The second honorable mention goes to Clutch Sauce, who gets a very nice 4-block extended clutch, but believe it or not, has already submitted an even better clutch than this that would rank higher, so this one is not included. I ranked all of these block clutches on 4 key topics: the amount of blocks placed per second, the difficulty of the clutch, the reaction time in the moment, and the nearness to death. The amount of points per category is as follows. Your average blocks per second will earn you however many points it is. So if you place 10 blocks per second, you will get 10 points. All the other 3 categories are out of 5 points on my personal judgment. In 10th place, we have Zapped Penguin, who averages 4.7 blocks per second. They scored a 2 on the difficulty scale, a 2 on the reaction time, and also a 2 on the nearness to death, which leaves them with a total score of 10.7. Congrats on making the top 10. In 9th place, we have Red, who managed to place 25 blocks in 4.1 seconds and clutches themselves to the other island. This leaves them with an average of 5.9 blocks per second and gets a 3 on the difficulty scale, a 1 on the reaction time, and a 2 on the nearness to death, with a total score of 11.9 points. In 8th place, we have Whippy Boat, who places 10 blocks in 1.5 seconds, giving them an average of 6.7 blocks per second. And I gave them a 4 on the difficulty scale, a 2 on the reaction time, and a 3 on the nearness to death, leaving them with a total of 14.7 points. In 7th place, we have Pancakes Game, who places 7 blocks in 1.1 seconds, giving them an average of 6.3 blocks per second. This earned a 4 on the difficulty scale, a 3 on the reaction time, and also a 4 on the nearness to death, leaving them with 16.3 points. In 6th place, we have Dixon 601YT, who has a whole series of clutches in a row and manages to place 17 blocks in 3.1 seconds, giving them a 5.4 average blocks per second. And they get a 4 on the difficulty, a 4 on the reaction time, and also a 4 on the nearness to death, leaving them with a total of 17.4 points. In 5th place, we have LolRPotato, who places 11 blocks in 1.1 seconds, giving them a 9.9 blocks per second. This earns them a 4 on the difficulty scale, a 2 on the reaction time, and a 3 on nearness to death, which leaves them with 17.9 total points. In 4th place, we have Cryptic, who gets a very nice extension clutch, placing 14 blocks in 1.6 seconds. This gets them 8.8 blocks per second and a 5 on the difficulty scale, a 3 on the reaction, and a 4 on the nearness to death, with a total of 21.8 points. Moving on to the top 3, we have McDonaldsCraft, who pulls off an amazing pro clutch in Skywars and manages to place 5 blocks in just 0.6 seconds, giving them an average of 8.3 blocks per second, and they get a 5 on the difficulty scale, a 4 on the reaction time, and also a 5 on the nearness to death, leaving them with 22.3 final points. Now, the second best clutch in Wizardry of the Month goes to Heckular, who places 11 blocks in 1.3 seconds, giving them an average of 8.4 blocks per second. They get a 5 on the difficulty, a 5 on their amazing reaction speed, and also a 4 on nearness to death, leaving them with a total of 22.4 points. And lastly, the number 1 clip of the month goes to Clutch Sauce, who manages this amazing clutch, placing 15.5 blocks per second. This gets them a 5 on the difficulty, a 3 on the reaction time, and also a 3 on the nearness to death, with a total of 26.5 points. Congratulations. Clutch Sauce's channel is the first link in the description, so you guys can go and subscribe to him because he makes amazing content. If you want details on the next Wizardry of the Month, please join my Discord server, link in the description for full information. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. That way you will be notified the next time I post another top 10 video. Thanks, and I'll see you in